Hello, everyone. I'm RetroRyoHazuki81. Yes, and my broadcast here is titled as I am injured, but I can work remote. Excuse me. So it's becoming fall. The leaves are starting to change. It's cooling down. Whatever germs and you know muck and crap from the ground is coming upward and infesting the air and giving people colds and flus and stuff now. I've got that problem slightly. There's something going around my house. And I have another problem too. The biggest problem I have right now is this, what happened here. Let me explain. Okay, so what happened is I, oh gosh, okay. I can just get this to where, okay. My foot broke. I hope everybody can see it clearly. My foot broke. See it? See it? Okay. There. My foot broke. I hope it's visible. My foot broke while I was doing some cleaning or something in the house. I was on the stairs and I twisted my foot the wrong way and it twisted out of the joint or something. Okay, back online here. So back online, it twisted and it the one moment I have an embarrassing moment. Yes. Okay, good night. As you can see, I live like absolute shit. I live like absolute shit because I don't have my royalties. I don't have anything I earned from that karate class 30 years ago. And, you know, where this went to. Let me start some music here, okay? Get the music going. Okay. So where this money went to, it went somewhere, okay? It went to, I believe, it went to the next door neighbors, ironically, and the karate teacher knows about this. So my first karate teacher knows about this, but he doesn't want to admit to these claims. Probably he gave them this money like he's Santa Claus that year, like he's a nice person, like he's, you know, doing something nice and showing off or something. I don't know what the hell was he thinking, because you know I had earned something. Mommy's calling. Yes. What? What? I'm on my YouTube channel. I'm broadcasting. Okay. I'm gonna have to. Mom, I'm broadcasting. Sorry. Okay. I can't make it up the stairs right now. You know, I can't walk very well right now, and I can't just make it up the stairs. So, I hope everybody could see that visible of the foot. You know, thing. I'm wearing something on my foot. I've got a cane. I can't walk around now. I got a cane. Uh, can't do nothing. What happened is one of the tarsals in my foot broke, and broke when I was twisting my foot to get off the stairs doing some work. And I think Well, I believe it'll be something that the doctors can repair and that, you know. Um, so I'm on my YouTube channel here, and I have to, you know, I'm planning on doing something more with my channel when I can. Not sure when it's going to be, but I want to make sure that, excuse me. So I want to make sure that I can let people understand what's going on with me now. Um, I mean, you know, karate training and all that. I don't know when that's going to be, if ever again. You know, I think it. I think I can do that again. The doctor did say, you know, you can do that again, but you have to just get better first. Um, so you know, this is what I went through. Okay, I've been going through a lot of hard times for overall these 30 years, and you know, probably what it is, the system, the legal system, um, the law. You know, what's supposed to be the law to protect my human rights does not do a very good job at that, and does not do it. Literally, doesn't really do that. So I have I have all these problems because I had earned a degree, and then I had lost it, and then you know, I lost it because people wanted that money. That's money on that degree. That's earnings. I don't get my money. No, some other people that wanted the money gives it to their kids, gives it to their family, gives it to whoever the hell else. And then I'm the guy who's supposed to be deemed RetroRyoHazuki that year, in which I am, but then they've been copying me for a lot of years, like Sega and Bandai Namco to make Tekken also. And this is the problem I have. It's it's legally, my human rights are very violated. I think, you know, like they're violated a lot. I don't know, but I don't know by who. Okay, I don't want to point fingers at anyone, sources or nothing, but I don't want to do that. I mean, does anyone think I would want to like sue somebody? Like, this is the problem I have. Ironic as it is, the karate teacher from that year, 1995, I moved next door to his family. I don't know how the hell that happened. That I moved next door to his relatives. This Raymond Patrick Savoy is his name. And yes, that guy, he supposedly to me is uh, I know there's a disclaimer for Shenmue, but to me, his fighting style, the way his hair's parted, the way he looks, you know, a lot of ways, uh, except for the fact that Guizhang is Chinese, he has a likeness in the fighting style of this Guizhang, this karate teacher. Okay, so did I want to see if I could figure this out? Those karate teachers, um, like I don't know, I don't know. Um, so this is nothing like. Let me explain this to everybody. This is nothing mental that I'm claiming here. This is nothing mental. This is nothing delusional. This is nothing that I'm just imagining somehow. If you know martial arts, if you know uh, Shenmue, and if you know what I'm talking about, if you see this, I've been doing this for like years now, and I have to get my YouTube channel. Um, the key word is monetized, and they can do something about my human rights when I get that done. So this is my problem here. It's just like, oh, I'm supposed to be uploading videos all the time when after I get it monetized, but this is the problem. I'm not trying to sue my neighbors. They live next door to me. Okay, so they're friends with my father. I'm not, like, wanting to go there with them ever, but this is partially the problem, is that if they're claiming this, these royalties from that year off the degree. So they're claiming, if they're claiming any significance of that Shenmue from what I contributed or something, um, they should not be. They should not be doing that because they're not the experts who did these moves. They're not the experts who have the history of this. You know, I'm the expert martial artist here, and I'm the guy that doesn't even need a black belt to prove it. So there's proof out there of what I've done, and what can I do? Uh, I was supposed to do so many things, you know, and Sega, if they're gonna have a video game called Shenmue, obviously they needed a fight choreographer for this, and they did select me. You know, like if they were to select a guy from Brazil or Japan or something, I don't think it would have been a better choice because the fight choreography that I displayed was very special. Some of the moves I noticed are even like Bruce Lee, and I didn't copy Bruce Lee, but um, they look like they're Bruce Lee inspired. Some of the moves, some of the karate, some of the kicking. Um, you know, I did play. It's funny because, like, you know, some of the things I did play SNES was this Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. SNES. I played that game. Maybe some of the moves are a little bit inspired by that, but I made it my own for Shenmue. I just say that, you know, like I made it my own. There's three kick strings. Some of that is a little inspired by Bruce Lee, but I made it my own. I added what I added to it, and I made it my own to make this, you know, that's what they used to make Ryozuki. Part of these three kick strings came from my talent that year. Those are my exact moves that I've been doing, that I did that year, and I do it again 30 years later. Um, so, go figure, you know. Yeah. So I've got this, let's put this right here. Okay. I can, no, I won't do it. Okay. People see that clearly. Let's see. Frosted mini wheat on the floor. I have to pick it up. Yeah. Okay. So, you know, I'm a guy that is not living a good life. You know, like, can you imagine how many, let me say this, these martial art movie actors that are already established in Hollywood, that are already have their movies, they did these things all these years. They've been collecting royalties from movies, from their works, and everything they've done. My works that I did for Shenmue, my moves, my fight choreography, my style, the Hazuki style, it was all documented in a piece of paper, like what I contributed. Then that paper is missing, it's stolen, it's gone, and the teachers may deny that gave me that. You know how criminal this is to me, offensive this is to me, really, really offensive, really criminal. And I don't know what to say about this other than it is very wrong, and it's like fraud. It's fraud. Essentially, it's fraud. And, you know, I don't know why that was going to happen to me because I did go to karate class with hopes of wanting to be a martial arts movie actor too. And I told this to the karate teacher. You know, I explained that to him after class when he wanted to jinx me out of this money or something, you know, to give this family. Shit, man. I mean, what the hell? Like, God, I got to get screwed that terrible because he wants to be a giver and like it's, you know, like give this to your family. Like, what in the hell do I have to lose that for? I told him, I said all these things, and he doesn't care. So it makes me mad. It makes me really furious. It's something I cannot get over, and it's something that I demand a lot of money for. I'm demanding money for this from some sources. I don't know who's gonna. It needs to happen because, you know, I'm wanting to really be a martial arts movie actor still. I still want to do that, but here's the whole problem here. I mean, it's like I'm age 44 now. You know, let's compare me to these martial art movie actors. Okay, I'm doing a lot of the moves for Shenmue already. All right, I'm doing a lot of moves for this Shenmue, but I don't have the right treatment, the right lifestyle. These martial art movie actors, these big iconic names, you know, they have a good life. They get all the things I don't get. You see, and I had a lot of respect that year. I earned it and everything. And then I don't get none of that. No. Where does it go to? It goes to some other motherfuckers that didn't earn none of it. Okay? Let's be honest. Let's be really honest. They didn't earn none of this honor for Shenmue or nothing. No, no, they didn't earn none of that. And I get to suffer. I get the loss. I get the problems because they're better, right? Wrong. They're not better. And they're the ones that need to go through things and get in trouble with the law. But hey, I can't just make this happen for me. You know, like if anything nowadays, you know, sometimes I just want to get a lot of money for what I contributed to Shenmue and to Tekken's Jin Kazama character. They did use me. They used my likeness. They used my moves. They used my talent above all else. Especially they've used my talents for these games. And they owe me. That teacher says, and I don't owe you nothing. No, you owe me more than you can afford to owe me back. That's what I say to him. He can't afford to pay me what he owes me because he gave it all away. What people owe me for that contribution, I think, is a lot of more than even money, honestly. Because what I did made a difference on the planet, and I know this is really the truth. But you know, I don't like to brag. I don't like to demand this. You know, I shouldn't have to. That degree, some of the statement on there states that, and he has every right to claim this. Some of the statement on that degree was, and he has every right to claim this. Now I don't have that undocumented piece of paper in my possession from the United States Subakdo Budokan Federation, that is AKA formerly known as Tangsudo. It is headquartered in Springfield, New Jersey, in the United States. Anybody that doesn't believe me, well, you can call there, get online, and talk to the secretaries and whatever. You know, they're gonna tell you if they're gonna be honest. I don't know what they're gonna say, but I think they should be honest. Oh, I've been calling there about this degree, and you know, and they give me this runaround story about it. They tell me some things, and then they don't tell me enough to where I can find a copy of that. I can remember this girl that I was with. See, I don't know how many times people took a picture of this martial arts degree. There's pictures out there of that. If it's in a cloud, even. Um, if it's in a cloud, you know, the girl that I dated and was interested in this, don't delete that picture. If you have it still on your T-Mobile phone, don't delete that picture, okay? And if you have that phone, don't throw it away. I need that. Please don't do that to me again. Please don't do that to me. You know, itchy nose, itchy nose. Whatever memorabilia up north, knickknacks or spoons or whatever the hell it is, some people think, or her family might think that I took from her room. No, she gave that to me. She was feeling nostalgic and wanted to give me something, She had feelings for me as a friend and more. I didn't really want it, but I don't have that anymore. And that's what was believed that I have of hers. But what she has of mine is more than likely a copy of that degree or a picture of a copy of that degree. She had it, or she still has it. And I don't want to offend her, but at the same time, I don't want to lose what I had earned for Shenmue. I did this for Shenmue, okay? Everyone needs to know around the whole planet, I'm the guy who's the fight choreographer of RetroRyoHazuki. I'm the guy who selected to have his new name become RetroRyoHazuki. I've done all these things, all these moves, these impressive moves. I did it in my past, I did in my history. Now, I think there's even a good chance I'm going to heal up real well and I can do all these things again. Even though my foot's broken and I'm using a cane. Yeah, I can still do this. Hey, make me cranky Kong and ow, 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 ow. I can still do this crap again. It don't matter. I'm the old school guy that did this martial arts here. For Shenmue, for Tekken Shin Kazama. I'll make the claims. I'll tell the Bandai Namco's right to them. I did this for you. What are you going to do for me? What am I supposed to say? You know? You know? Baker College? You know? You know? You know? I know. And knowing is more than half the battle to me because I did this and I want to take it all the way. You know? You know? You know? G.I. Joe. I want to take it all the way. So, again, it's like, it's a mess. I'll say it one more time. Who wants to sue their next door neighbor? Who wants to sue their next door neighbor? Not I, said the fat hog. So, you know, I might look like a fat hog nowadays, but this fat hog was RetroRyoHazuki in 1995. And this fat hog could be your hunk of a chunk, baby girl, but guess what? They don't like me either. This fat hog, this boss hog, big old fat hog guy, did all these moves for Shenmue. La-di-da-di-da. You know? Hey, I might not have the exact look. I might have a big old belly, bags for titties, all this crap going on. When I stand up in the mirror, I look sexier than I do look sitting down. But it's just, you know, there's all these factors that come into play when I'm not compensated with my royalties that I'm supposed to be honorably compensated with. In 1995, I am not. That teacher didn't have a brain. He must be the guy made of hay and straw or something. Or, you know, what's that guy from the Wizard of Oz? Oh, there's one guy that's made of tin. He doesn't have a heart. I think he's all three of them, really. He doesn't have a heart. He doesn't have a brain. Does he even have a spirit? You know, I don't know what the hell to think of this guy. He's just stupid idiot to do this to me. You take this from me, and damn it, man, you know, you're supposed to stand up for me, my human rights. If you're a cop too, you're supposed to stand up for me, and then you travel to Arizona and screw my life up and ruin my reputation, I guess. I mean, I can't even get a good job now. I don't know. I don't want to blame him, but who do I point the finger to? I don't want to even point the finger, but what am I going to do? What does RetroRyoHazuki do? You know, he doesn't want to do this, but he points the finger. Lan Di, fight me. I will avenge my father's death. Or murder, whatever he says. Whatever context. It's just, that's the problem here. It's like, all these things add up. You know, like, and when they add up over history, they add up over time. How did I figure all this out? One day, I remembered again. Like, you know, it's like when you go to sleep, when you go to bed, or when you Wake up. Your brain, you have gears in it that are still turning. They're working, they're functioning. My brain works. Okay, my ears work, my memory works, my eyes work, my mouth works, my body works. Okay, my body is a machine. My body has a brain and a heart and a soul. I'm not something you can just deny, Raymond, and everyone. You know, you can't just deny me like this. You think you can, but you can't. The legal system thinks they can, but they can't. I have a brain, I have a heart, I have a spirit, I have a soul, I have a mind, I have a way about me, I have a body. You know, I have these things. Therefore, I'm a human being. I'm supposed to have human rights. I'm supposed to have the right to these things because, you know, because why? How do I have to explain it to all these people that are like stupid to me and really stupid people, but they get away with this. They get away with this, and for years and years and years, they get away with this kind of practice here. Oh, far be it from me. I don't like to say these things, but closer to me, I live right by next door to people that know all these things, but I don't want to talk to them. I don't know what to say about them. I mean, they have a law firm that's supposed to even stand up for civil rights, but my civil rights don't matter. Isn't that right? My civil rights don't matter, Scoop and Lucas Law Firm. I contacted them. I told them these things. I suffered all these years. No, they work with the police. The police are collaborating with them around here. And I think they even had something to do with like more in my history. Anything to make me look like a fool and stupid over all these years, because they got to have this reputation that they think they're better somehow, you know, and show off to everyone around here. It's disgusting to me, but that's what I think of these people next door to me. And I think I could prove these things in court with my testimonials, but here's another problem. It can't even get that far, you know, like the state of Michigan just keeps covering up for these scoop-ins in Dearborn, and you know, I'm suffering, man. I'm suffering all these years, and yeah, it's a problem I got, big problem, that people just get away with this crap. And what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do about this? You know, like, see, when I apply for jobs on Indeed.com, I mean, you know, I think that goes through a systematic process, that application. They probably, like, I just don't know how that process works. I don't think it's only evaluated by the employers. No, I think the employer finds sources or whatever, you know, and my reputation even goes like as far as the, I don't know, like the references, I don't think they really contact them. Even the other jobs I had, you know, like I think somehow, I mean, I don't think I'm delusional here really, but I don't know where they get their source of knowledge, but do they go through like a systematic process when you apply for a good job and you don't get it because maybe it's some people in my history, some police, some teachers, some people from high school that ruined my reputation. Somehow I'm blacklisted from a good job in Michigan, you know, like I feel like I'm blacklisted from a good job. Now let me say this: when I called, I was accepted into the studio group, the talent agency a few years ago, and there's somebody from California, from Los Angeles, from the studio group. And for me to have a role in Hollywood, it says that I've been blacklisted from being in Hollywood. I've been blacklisted from being in Hollywood. Now, all I know is that I've got this next door neighbors, this Scoop and Lucas law firm. they have a cousin or some relative that this Michael Scoopin from the Survivor Series. Uh, they're like a Hollywood oriented family or whatever the hell it is. I don't know what it is, but they're like an oriented Hollywood family. They got everything orchestrated, the wand and do everything we say. They own everything around here and around the world. I don't know how much damn power the Scoopin family has, but they got like the evil dark empire of Darth Vader to be against me. So they blacklisted me. Somebody blacklisted me. Maybe there's something to do with that guy, and there's something to do with this neighbor next door that's proud, and I mean, did they have something to do with blacklisting me? I don't know, but they called me a few times and told me I'm blacklisted in Los Angeles, California, like to be in Hollywood. They said let us try to find out what we can do to change that, but you're blacklisted. See, that's offensive to hear that. Now, there's been a schematic, listen to the words, there's been a schematic process all these years from this karate teacher. He's like Naraku of Inuyasha to me. Naraku that would, control everything in my life to take me down so I can die here in Riverview or something, so I can look stupid as hell. It's like a curse and all kind of shit that makes me look really stupid and terrible. This Raymond Patrick Savoy, this police, what is he, some kind of police sergeant or some police lieutenant in Gilbert, Arizona? Yes, I called the station, he's there. I talked to him on the phone, and this guy, he doesn't want to acknowledge what I've done. He gave me the degree, but then he wants to take it back from me, okay? So I earned all this. I earned the respect. I did everything that I was trying to do. I even told the man I'm trying to be a martial arts movie actor one day. I told him these things. He doesn't care. He doesn't care to follow through with what he's supposed to do. Then he gives us royalties and more to his family, and this is why I think Shenmue's messed up. This is why I think everything is messed up with Shenmue, and everything is like about the story. It's all about the story, right, of Shenmue. They're not fooling me, these people in the Shenmue group. They're not, really. They know probably that they've got to know. I've done these moves. I look so much like this guy called RetroRyoHazuki, and I've done these moves and I've proven these things, but it's denied. It's like denied and not admitted and not respected, not credited in my history. I earned a degree. They made it undocumented to screw me over, to make me look real stupid. And I don't like that. But you know what? What can I do? So here I am now. I'm looking at these special martial art movie actors, guys from England, guys from Wales, guys from people that are on YouTube, maybe guys are just from America, but it's like a few lucky select few of people get to be in the movies and get to look good doing these martial arts. Now, I naturally had this talent at 14 years of age. I did all these things. I did fanciest moves you can imagine from the Hazuki style and the scrolls of Shenmue. The shops did all those things. That's how they made Shenmue be special, with the moves, with the talent of Ryozuki. Does everybody understand that? This is how they made Shenmue special initially. Now, while they deny this in Shenmue Dojo, they're making themselves, to me, look dumb, really sound stupid, to say that the martial arts doesn't matter and it's only about the storyline of Shenmue. You know, it's like they're not thinking or something, but if I'm not going to say any specific names of people that are talking like this, but you know what? They're not doing the right thing by doing this, okay? They're like making Shenmue look really dumb to me, and I don't want to just, you know, like, I mean, I don't have to keep giving them ideas for Shenmue. I mean, they also took my idea. I not that they took it, but I gave one of the people in the group the idea for Shenmue the animation, and they flew with that. They went with that. Okay, so I suggested a Shenmue the anime. Now, not only that, you know, but forget any soundtrack out there. Any soundtracks, any people claiming they did some mixtape or whatever, rap, you know, like, I mean, I could scratch on records all day, you know, and rap and be a DJ, but what does it mean? You know how many people that I met at the psych ward that, and I'm there because of other conditions, but they think they're rappers, they think they're cool, they think they're going to be in rapping in Hollywood and that. Well, good luck with that. Good luck, really. I mean, some people make it like that too, you know, but you got how many rappers out there? You got how many people that do these things? I know recently you got this guy called, I don't want to say his name, but he's doing something with mixtapes and music. Looks like he's doing pretty good with his channel, but or his he's got, I think he's got a YouTube channel. I don't watch it. It's just like music. They mix music up for Shenmue. He doesn't understand. He doesn't believe my claims or nothing. You know, I don't want to get into any arguments with this guy or nothing really, but to me, you're a fan of me, Red Rum. You're a fan of Ryohazuki. You're a fan of me. Say thank you. I did this for Shenmue. You don't have to, but I did it for the group. I did it for the world. I did it for Shenmue. I did these things. I'm the guy who should be credited these things. It's just not credited officially. And like I said in the first conversation that we had over the phone, that I've done the moves. And I have proven that. But, you know, they can find probably, if they wanted to, the group and the people, Shenmue, whatever, find an Asian Ryohazuki, find a Hawaiian Ryohazuki. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be me, you know, like some kind of movie. You guys are all about that, and you know what else? You're all about the world, not you, but the whole world is going to be all about artificial intelligence and robots. We could make a robot Ryohazuki. We could make an AI Ryohazuki. Oh yeah, we can make him do martial arts. We can program him to do martial arts, make him look like that, and make him look like the one from the Dreamcast. He looks a lot like me the way I should look. If you do that, but I can't just prove that, and no one wants to believe me anyway. So here's what I'm saying. They can make an AI Ryohazuki. And let's just do that. Make a robot. Make a real robot. Because you don't, I mean, you could do that. You could do that. And give me the compensation for what someone give me all the things that I earned, that I contributed to. This is my fight choreography. I know I'm sounding offensive, but I'm not getting the respect. I'm not getting the official acknowledgement yet for what my claims are. So, you know, you can make a robot Ryohazuki. Make him a robot. I'm a real live human being, you know. Maybe it's not for me, you know. Maybe I should give it to maybe I should let a robot do this job. Maybe I should let an Asian person do this job, a younger Asian person, you know. If they can do the moves and not just have a cute boy look, you know, do it. Be Ryohazuki, you know. If you want to find a guy from Hawaii, you know, do a Honolulu, do dance, Hawaiian dances, and blow fire from her mouth all day, and have sex with all the women. You know, I don't care, but they can do that. Find a Hawaiian Ryohazuki, eat ham and pineapple pizza all day, and sit down, watch that, do that. I don't care. That's what I think this, if they want a Hawaiian one, if they want a Chinese one, they want a Japanese one, they want a Korean one, find a Ryozuki like that. It doesn't have to necessarily be me. I don't have to just get a hair transplant or wear a wig and get up there, do what I've been doing on my YouTube channel. I don't have to do that. I don't have to just get into shape. I don't have to just, do whatever it takes to be a stable, competent man, to be Ryozuki like I already am anyway. But I mean, even though I don't look like it, I don't have that in me enough. They don't have to make me that. They made me that in 1995. They really did. But I don't get the money. I don't get the credit. I don't get the damn respect for what I did. Ultimately, okay? I don't get the respect for it. So that's why I'm frustrated with this somewhat in a way, because the people who are the creators of the Shenmue or whatever, they say they are. They say they are. Okay? They say that. They're the ones that are holding this back from me. Don't pay me nothing. Don't acknowledge me. Don't credit me. Don't respect me. But I'm the guy they even used to, I remember doing these Akira Yuki moves when I was 10 years old in Korean karate class. I did the moves that Akira Yuki does. Or I just did a few of them, but I did some moves from this Akira Yuki. I can remember doing that. I don't know exactly what the Grand Master of our Korean dojang in our regional area, this Russ Hankey figure, I don't know what his secrets are for this virtual fighter and this Shenmue especially too. He has some secrets. This Russ Hankey's system here, these dons that are from Russ Hankey's Tangsudo Federation, they don't just see, this federation is from the United States government. It's a non-profit organization too. I know that they claim, but the government knows about all my claims. See, but yet they don't acknowledge me. Because why? Because I'm a stupid, something stupid about me, not good enough. The race card, the disability card, the weird card, the awkward card, the Joker card, all these cards, like the denial card, throw them at me like Gambit. Whatever they're going to do, throw them at me like Gambit from X-Men, and make me take that. I don't have to be none of these things. The government can find someone else. Hollywood can find someone else. Everybody can find someone else. Like, what should I do? But if anything, I want people to understand that, it's only right when you contribute these things to the martial arts, and to the video games, to these industries, It's only right that you compensate somebody generously for this and give them a lot of respect and royalties, because this is my likeness too. This is my likeness, and this is all my works. And it goes further than that, probably. These are my works. This is my likeness in the video games. This is my looks. This is my face. This is my... so many things they use to make Shenmue. And I know I can prove this in court of law if it comes up to it. But this is what I have to say, is that it's the truth. It's the truth. And yeah. So, okay. I just have to really say these things, because if I said nothing about this, you know, if I never said nothing about Shenmue, if I never said nothing about what I've done in my history, if I didn't say nothing, oh, it's like I did it all for nothing. Because it doesn't do nothing for me, but it does something. It entertains what I did, entertains the world, but it doesn't do nothing to benefit me. You see, like how does it benefit me what I did? They gave me an undocumented degree, like they're gonna deny it and take it all away. So how is that even right? See, what if I just said nothing and just don't claim it, like the teacher said, and then what? Get a job, do this, do that. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, like all these things that happen to me are not good, not good. It's just yeah. So I'm hoping that I get better soon. I gotta get plenty of rest. Um, Everything, hoping that it works out for me. Um, yeah, I broke my toe, not my toe, but my foot got broken today, and what I was doing, and I say it again for the second time, I don't care. I was just doing just normal housework. It wasn't normal to take things off the stairs, but I don't want to get into that. It's just uh the kind of body motions that I was moving around. I was wearing these flip flops, Nike flip flop sandals, and then uh, like I pivoted or twisted the wrong way, and when I was coming off the stairs, my foot like really twisted up a lot, and it broke one of the tarsal bones of my foot. So that happened today. Uh, yes, and it just I'm gonna be trying to get better. Hello, Melky John. Nice to see you. Yeah. Thank everyone for following my channel. Um, so all my claims are on my channel. About regarding Shenmue, regarding uh, Tekken, even also. Like it's 2:48 a.m. right now in the morning. I look like a sort of like a mess. My hair's kind of all over the place and that. Uh, just admitting these things, trying to get the word out there or something. Like I don't want to really make uh, an established law firm look bad, but I know they're established, but I have to take into consideration this established, respected law firm of Scoopin' and Lucas name. While they may be my next door neighbors living there, they could probably have a few properties, but while they may be my neighbors too, this is what I have to take into consideration. I understand they want to have a good reputation. I understand they believe they earned that a lot, and I do understand that. But at the same time, they need to understand that, we have history with this karate teacher, Raymond Patrick Savoy. They need to understand that fact, and they need to understand that him giving those royalties to them should have never happened. That never should have happened. I want this Raymond Patrick Savoy, this 5-0 cop, to policeman, whatever, understand this. You never called me all these years. In 30 years, you never called me. You never reached out to me to explain any of this to me. You never wanted to. You never cared enough. All you cared about to me was this Sarah person and another women that gave you a good time or something. I mean, made you feel like a man. Well, I wish I could have had that too. But I couldn't have any of those things that are normal that makes a man because you, Raymond, committed this scheme against my life with Sarah and used her as your minion. She's your minion, and you used her to take me down, to make me look really horrible and stupid all these years. So I don't have the reputation of being Ryo Hazuki because you gave me that new name. You know that's the truth. You know it is. And you know what you've all the things you've been up to, because I don't know what you've been up to. I always took a liking to you, Raymond. I always had a lot of respect for you. But you really offended me by doing these things, you know? I'm offended that you would do this to me. I'm offended that you would put out all these schemes on me and you would not say nothing to me all these years. If you were supposed to have this Sarah Lucy Bach explain this to me, she did not. I want you to know she did not say nothing to me all these years about you, Raymond, about all these 4 teachers. She never said a word to me. And I want you to understand, I asked her multiple times, do you know those karate teachers, Sarah? I think you were in my class from 1995. I told her on the phone. I told her many times in person. She would say nothing at all. Not one word. She went into autism mode. And I'm just saying that because she has that problem, okay? And I don't understand really why she even wanted to know me to begin with. Because she stood by me for 3 years. 3 years she was in my life after she already, you know, she initially knew she's following your schemes, Raymond. She's following your plans, your plots from your police forces, your hierarchy of plans to ruin my life for some reason. Like, you know, I understand that all this great honor was special, and you know, I understand that I do give you some benefit of the doubt that it's probably my own family that stopped you from getting to know me, from wanting these things to happen for me. I'm sure that'll work into your favor, and if this comes up in court against me and you or something one day, you know, in the end, you know, like when we're wrapped in the darkness, you know, like that song of Tekken, Sparking. I understand that you didn't have the opportunity sometimes to know me. But, you know, I did tell Sarah about these things. She knows what my family's like. She knows what people are like that I have had in my life. That, well, they're family, okay? And ultimately, I can't change what they're like. See? So, for me to have this Shenmue talent and all these things, I would have to have training and all these things done again. I think I could have did this in my 20s long ago too. Uh, it's just the facts, you know, remains that uh, this, okay, so the teacher had this schemes planned. Because why? Well, that there's I explained it why, but then I've also got this this girl I was with for several years that did not say nothing about this to me, about Shenmue, about nothing and her involvement with that. And you know, why this happens, I don't know, but I do know that there's a side of Shenmue I'm talking about, everybody. There's a side of Shenmue I'm talking about that they're not going to tell you in the Shenmue dojo. They're going to say mental, mental. Like when I was on the broadcast one time, mental, mental. Okay, they don't know. Those Australian dudes don't know me at all, and they don't realize that I am this Ryuzuki person from my from a degree. So if anything, if there is a Ryuzuki, it's me. I don't want to say, and you know, let me say, not a big deal that I'm saying Australian dudes. I don't know what their names are or whatever. They come online for Shenmue Dojo and they're broadcasting from Australia. That's very cool. You know, I wish I could have that background my broadcast. Instead, I'm coming to everybody from my parents' home, from uh, not having nothing, no royalties, nothing acknowledged, no honored degree, no nothing honored for what I contributed. In fact, I'm totally shat on by everything and everybody, every source, every corporate source, whatever. They shat on me so horribly. This is what's in my background. That picture up there, that marble, the beaded lamp, the old beaded lamp, whatever. It's not marble, I don't think. Uh, the walls, the energy here is pretty crappy, and that's what life's like in Detroit, Michigan. But it was never supposed to be that way for me because I had earned something very significant, prominent that year. And I was never supposed to be denied these things. That teacher was never supposed to just give this away to the wrong person. All of it away to the wrong person, okay? And let me say this. There's probably multiple sources, people that were given the royalties, money, compensation for my works, because I do strongly believe what I contributed was very expensive. And if it was very expensive, you know, that's supposed to be my money, supposed to be my respect, supposed to be all the things I'm supposed to have, the rights, everything with that comes along with royalties, and whatever else that was spread amongst all the people in Michigan to other states, to other countries in the world, around the world, that went outward from Michigan from 1995, and that's all supposed to be about me. It's likeness of me. There's storylines of me. Okay, let me say this. There's experiences I had in Michigan in 1995, experiences in school, whatever. You know, things in karate class, whatever, experiences that inspired making Shenmue 1 and may have also inspired in making Shenmue 2 and 3. I don't know, but I do know for Shenmue 1 for sure. I can identify some events that were inspired by my history from that year in Shenmue 1. Yes. All right, everyone. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit the sack here. Go to sleep now. So these claims are real, and I don't want people to be offended. I don't want anyone to be offended by what I'm claiming. I don't want that. But at the same time, I have to look out for myself. I have to look out for my future, my everything about me. I got to look out for me too. I can't just worry about people's reputation. I can't just worry about people's image or this. I can't just worry about the communities around me that I'm from that know about the Shenmue somewhat. I can't worry about their image here. I can't worry about people what they think. You know, I can't worry about these things. I can't worry about what people how they are mad at me around here for doing this. If they are, I can't worry about that. I can't let that bother me. I have a life to live too. I have human rights too. And I want people to understand where I'm coming from here with this. It's not that I'm trying to offend anybody, but I have to do this because I have to look out for myself also. And if I don't do that, I'm denying the awesomeness that I contributed to the video game industry, that is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The awesomeness I contributed to the martial arts in history. The martial arts is what made Shenmue special to me. Because I think that we all can agree that every video game has a storyline. Every video game has a story. If it's a storyline, if it's a role-playing game, it's going to have a storyline. Yes. And, like a role-playing game, well, some of those stories are, like I said, some of these stories from Shenmue 1 even are collaborated with my history from 1995. And I'd have to explain that and how it inspired Shenmue 1 and how it made these stories be modified into what became Shenmue 1. See? Because they also copied some events in my history. They made Shenmue 1. I can remember and identify with this very much. So I even inspired the storyline of Shenmue. If you're listening, Corey Marshall, I believe that I even inspired the storyline of Shenmue. Yes. So the whole world, the whole city of Los Angeles and Hollywood, California, that knows about this YouTube channel of mine, if they do. If you don't, please subscribe to RetroRyoHazuki81 and support my channel with your views, with your comments, with your likes, whatever. Getting the word out there about my YouTube channel. Yes, sir. Yes. So, I did this, and I did it for a reason, many reasons. Yes. So, like, I had to do this for a reason. Like, I don't just, nobody just does something and then they do it for nothing. There had to be a reason why they did it. I didn't just do all this for nothing and the benefit the planet, the benefit the video game industry only. I didn't just do these things for Shenmue to benefit other people, to make them look good only, while it makes me look really horrible and stupid at my expense. I didn't just do this to offend people. I didn't just do this to make me look glorious only. But, well, that's the noble thing about me. I didn't just do this to make me look glorious only. I did this for Japan initially. I did this for Sega initially. I did this for Bandai Namco initially because I did this to help me also, because I wanted to be a martial arts movie actor also, and I wanted these things to represent me also. These claims, the VHS recordings that are in secret, hidden somewhere, should be still, I believe, even though it's 30 years ago. Maybe I'll never see that again. I don't know. But I relive those moments. In my mind from 30 years ago. That's why we're seeing me doing these moves from Shenmue and Tekken, Bandai Namco. Years later, history is repeating itself, coming from the memory banks in my mind, my memory base, and the emotions, all these feelings from in my heart and everything. I'm emulating that on the camera, and it's on my YouTube channel for Shenmue, the moves, Tekken, the moves, the inspiration, something. Trying to use that because that's what I can use while I don't have the actual VHS proof in my possession. So there you have it. There you go. That's why I'm doing these things. I'm not doing this for stupid reasons. I'm not doing this for the wrong reasons. I'm doing this for all the right reasons, I believe. And I'm doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. I'm doing this because I have a good reason to do it. I'm doing this because I have a lot of good reasons to do this. And I'm doing this because it's my choice, and I think it's a good thing in a lot of ways. And I think it's an awesome thing to do. And I'm just doing it anyway, like Nike. So there you have it. I used to wear Nike in my history to the Korean Dojang. I'm wearing Nike now, Nike pants, whatever Nike. I wear Nike. I also have worn Reebok. Wear that. So they've actually, like I said, my likeness has been used too to make these games, but then I don't get my compensation or acknowledgement for this for all the wrong reasons. They didn't know what they were doing too, or something. Maybe they didn't know what they were doing, those teachers. Maybe they didn't understand me, but they did not contact me back again. I tried going, I tried somewhat over the years. I don't know what to say sometimes, but okay, there you have it, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for watching my YouTube channel. Wishing everyone a good evening. Wishing everyone a good morning soon. It'll be the morning when it is. Wishing everyone the very best. Even those that are involved with this history of mine in a negative way and a positive way. Wishing everybody that are neutral in my past, negative and positive, how they're involved with me. Wishing everyone the best. Wishing everyone good things in life. I'm not a bad guy. And thank you, everyone. This is RetroRyoHazuki81.